All right. Good evening. My name is Ebere Johnson, and today, of course, I'll be completing the class for Excel like I promised before now. And secondly, after this our today's class, I'll be sending us the keyboard shortcuts as promised. Okay, the organizers of this 4 days program, I'll be sending it to them while they will post it on your platform, okay, for your consumption. All right. Okay, today we are doing that of preparing of student results, like I said, and if time still permit us, we will proceed to do that of statistic analysis. All right. Of course, all these things will be done in Excel, or all these things can be achieved in Excel. Like I said, it's always good you always jot some things down because it will help you a lot. Okay. Now, on the cost of our brief introduction concerning this Microsoft Excel, you remember there was where we talked about types of Excel. Okay, we have the relative cell address, absolute cell address, and the mixed cell address. Now, furthermore, we talked about the symbols, some symbols and their meaning in Excel. I believe we still have that with us. We have some symbols, right? And what? Their meaning. And the meaning, right? In Microsoft, in Excel. Right? So I still want to bring us back to this so that we understand very well. Now, we have and, because these are the command we'll be using for this preparing of student results. We have and the shortcut for it, or how we see it in computer, is comma. Right? Is this comma you're seeing here? Okay? Is this comma you're seeing here? And the second one we have is or. Right? And the shortcut for it in computer, we see it is semicolon, right? Is it? No. Yeah. And the next one we have is do. Okay? And the keyboard, the shortcut or the command in computer is this, is open bracket and close bracket. Is invited open quotation, sorry, and close quotation. Okay? And the last one is to. Okay? And the 2 is full column. Okay, this full column like this. Okay, now the first one we have is and the command for the and is comma, right? Is this comma you're seeing here? And let me zoom it very well so I can see it from with your phone. And the second one we have is or. The or is what? Semicolon, right? What you're seeing here. Okay. And the next one we have is do, open quotation and close quotation. All right. And the last one we have is to, which is full column. Okay. Take note of these 4 symbols because these are what we'll be using to prepare the student results. Okay. Now we go down to preparing of what? Student results. Like I said, if you have any question to ask, please do well to ask your question. Okay. Do well to ask a question. So what we have here now is preparing of students or preparing student results. Okay. Now, the first thing we have for preparing of student results here. Okay. The first thing we have is the name. Okay. Student name, of course. All right. Then the next one we have is subject registered. I want us to write these things down. Then after writing, we can now start. We have the subject registered, right? The third one we have is this. Of course, you list the subjects. We have math. Let's just short it. We have economics. Okay. The next we have is geography. The next we have is, I'm just listing the subjects. Biology, of course, it may not be up to what I'm listing, but you can just list it according to what you really want. Okay, the next one we have is commerce, and the last one, or the next one we have is religion. Next we have is literature. Okay, and after this, okay, the next we have, okay, let me just give one space so that you understand it very well. The next we have is total score. Just get it from this. We have the total score, okay, and the next we have this. From this total score, of course, is where we'll be making use of all this command. All right, from this total score, okay, is where we'll be making use of all this command you're seeing, this very command you're seeing here. Okay, let me highlight them. From this total score, okay, which is from the 11, is where we'll be making use of all this command you're seeing, this very command I say we should take note of. Okay, let me bold this, okay, and maybe centralize it so that we'll get it very well. We know that we are doing this very course for today. Now, of course, the 12th one will be average. Of course, when you talk about average, you should know what they mean by average. Okay? The next one we have is the grade. Okay? The next one we have is remark. I want you to write all these things down. Okay? Then the next one we have is the minimum and the maximum, meaning how many the lowest and the highest the student scored. Okay, we have the minimum and we have the what? Maximum. All right, so let me explain from here now. Let me explain from this score. This total score now is, of course, we have the student name. Of course, there may be more than one student, okay, sitting for this exam, okay, and the subject registered. Of course, someone that registered geography automatically will not register for literature. All right, the person who registered geography will not register for literature. Okay, so, and that is the reason why you should have this, because there may be different students registering for this course. Okay, maybe the one that registered for literature may not register for geography, and vice versa. Okay. Okay, sorry, we are back again. I think there was some network issue. Okay, so we are back again. So we'll continue where we stop. Okay, the total score is the total score of what the subject the student registered. Okay, that is this total score you're seeing here, and the average is, of course, the total score divided by the subjects, the total number of subjects the student registered. That is the average. Okay, so in this grade, okay, that is where you can now give a grade. What they mean by grade here now is where you are now saying that A1, B2, okay, C4, C5, C6, D7, E8, and F9. Okay, that is where we'll be imputing this grade, and that is where this do and to or will be applicable. Okay, and the next one we have is the remark. So the remark now is where you can now say if the student did end up scoring A1, okay, give the student excellent. Okay, in a situation whereby the student end up scoring E8, give the student fair. If the student scores D7, give the student pass. If the student scores C5, give the student credit. Okay, C2 or C4, give him credit. B3, give him good, and of course A1, give him excellent. So it's under remark you'll be seeing all these things. And out of the, let's assume a student registers 7 subjects, okay, and you really want to know because of course those writing WAEC, every session or every year, students writing WAEC are more than a million, if I'm not mistaken. So let's assume you are the one as in computing or preparing their results. You can automatically, you can't just begin to search what they score by their name. Okay, you can't. Or the highest they score, the lowest they score in each subject. Or a particular student, you are asked to get which subject the student score high, or which of the subject the student did very poor. That is the maximum and the minimum. And in all this, we'll be using this and, do, or, and all that, okay, to actually work with. So if you really get this a brief introduction I just did now, I think it's time we dive in here. So what I'll just type now is preparing student results, okay, and I'll strike my enter key. All right, and I will increase it so that it will be very, very obvious. I can bold it. All right, so I can now start. Okay, of course everything that I have here is what I'll be imputing here. Okay, the first one we have is that of names, because there will be more than one. Subject registered. Okay, so I can just list those subjects. Economics, geography, biology, agric, commerce, religion, literature, okay. So what I need to do now is to begin to expand. I need to adjust this so that I can be able to see what I did very well. Subject registered, mathematics, okay, economics, geography, biology, okay, agric, commerce, religion, and literature. Okay, so now we have this here now. So what I need to do, I'll just bold it, maybe give it a different color, maybe green, okay, so that it will stand out, like it will be totally different from what we'll be imputing. So what I need to do, I'll begin to write student name, okay. I can write John sat for this exam, Judith sat for this exam, okay. Just write their names, okay. Just write their name, any name you can think of. Okay, like that, like that. Just write their name. If we can get up to 10, I think we are okay. We'll just work with the 10, okay. Let's just get up to 10 names or 15, then we can go. We are good to go. We have Judy, we have James. Maybe because I'm Johnson, that is why what is it called? That is why name that starts with the letter J is just coming through my head like this. Okay, we have Lucy. Okay, we have Ifoma and Bernard. Okay. So we have these 15 names. Okay. Subject registered. We have, okay, let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So this subject registered now. Some students may end up registering for maybe 6 subjects, because some people, they've written this exam for the first time and they are writing this WAEC exam again or thereabouts because they needed maybe English or math. That reminds me, I did not put English. This is terrible. I put English here. Very important. No problem. I put English here. So these students, okay, John sat for 6 papers, and this person sat for 8 papers, and this person 7 papers, like that. I can just be making it 8 paper, 8 paper, 6 paper, 5 paper, okay? All right? 8 paper, 7 paper, like that, like that. You can just impute anything you know you want to. Maybe this one sat for 8 paper, and this one sat for 7 paper, and then the last person sat for 7 paper. Okay, and you can just begin to, of course, we have 100 out of 100 over 100, right? So you can just, from math down to English. Of course, this person sat for 6 papers. So you can just say under math, he scored 50. Under economics, he scored 70. Under this, he scored 34. All right? Like that. Under biology, you can just put anything you want to. You just fill this place up. Okay? Just fill it up. Don't mind. Just fill it up because we are coming to it. But make sure you fill it up according to the number of the subjects registered. This person registered for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm to remove 1. Let me say the student, okay, did not do agric because he only sat for 6. All right? This one 8. This one scored 70, 55, 20, 79. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. And 60. Religion, of course, 40. Literature, no, but English, yes. English, 55. And English is a compulsory, English and math. So let's assume this person did not sit for geography. Okay, let me put this 34 in this under this English. So I'll just fill it up. Okay, I just want us to be fast about this. 33. I'm just putting anything, like I just want to fill this place up. Okay. All right. Let's just have it. Then after we'll count. Anyone we need to remove, we'll remove because of time. I'm just inputting anything here so that we'll just save our time. Okay. I'm just putting anything so that we can save our time to get this thing right. Okay. Like I said, if you have any question to ask, don't hesitate to ask the question because, of course, we're talking about calculation here. And this thing will really help you a long way to do other things. And after this, if we still have time, we'll still do that of statistics, okay? Statistics analysis. That is if we still have time. If not, we'll just call it a day for this. So this place, like I say, you just fill it up, okay? Just fill it up. Just fill it up. Put anything at all. Don't worry, after we'll still revisit the subject registered, then we can now minus. Don't worry, after we will now remove. Okay, we'll add and remove. Of course, the number you are putting will not exceed more than 100, okay? because of course you are grading these people like 100/100 or lesser than that. We're almost done. We'll soon start our calculation now. And this one is very, very simple. Very, very simple. What I'm about to show us here now is very, very simple. Like very, very simple. And it's something you like. Okay, it's something you actually, just the way we have that of stock control analysis, the way we did that of multiple stock control analysis is the way we are doing this. Okay, you so much like it, and I don't know why people run away from this Excel. Excel is very interesting course that you don't just have to shy away from it. It's something you need. You just need it. Okay, you need it. You just need it. Yes, you need the Excel, because there is no place you may want to work now and they will not demand for Excel. There is no place. Just the way they demand for graphics too as well. Okay, now let me bold this. Let me just bold this particular page here so that to stand out, because we know this is subject registered. Okay, this one we have 6 and this one we have 8. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm removing 1. Literature and geography. Okay, this person is out for literature. I can remove just 1. I can remove literature. Okay, this person I'll remove 2 here because yes. Okay, 1 is removed already, and I'll remove another 1. Commerce, this person did not sit for commerce. Okay, this place is just 1. Geography is going out here. Okay, or literature is going out here because this person sat. The same thing, this one, geography is going out here because of course you can't do the 2 at the same time. This one is 6. I'm removing 3. Okay. Agric is going out 1. All right. Literature is going out 2. And then which other one? I just need to remove like 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, religion is going out here. Let me just remove. This person sat for 5. I'm removing 4. Economics is very okay. Geography is going out. Biology is there. Agric is going out. Commerce is going out. Okay, literature is going out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one other course is going out here. Religion is going out. So it's out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 is okay. 8. 1 literature is going out here. This one 7. Geography is going out. And commerce is going out. All right. This person sat for 6. 3 is going out. Okay. Geography is going out. Agric is going out. And literature is going out. Literature is there. Religion is going out. Yeah. This one sat for 8. Okay. Only 1. The literature is going out here. And the last one. Okay. Sat for 7. All right. 2 is going out. Geography is going out. And commerce is going out. This one sat for, okay, maybe this one, okay, 60. 1, let me count it. 2, right? 3, 4, let's say 5 and 6. Okay, now we are done. We are through. We have, I think, inserted their grade or their scores in each of the subjects according to the subject registered. Maybe let me give it a color so that we'll get this thing clear. What I just imputed here now, what you're seeing here now, what I imputed here now is particularly according to this. Look at this in highlighted now. According to their subject registered. Of course, somebody who cannot register 6 subjects and you go and give the person 7 grades. No. Okay? So you have to you have to give the person grade according to the subject the person registered, okay? And that is what we've done now. So let me come back to this place. We have done justice to the name, subject registered, of course the subjects, and the next one now is the total. Now when you talk about total, please, this is where I want us to pay attention. In fact, let me bold it so that we'll get this thing very, very clear. Let me bold it so that we'll understand it very, very clear. Let me bring out my ruler bar. Yeah, okay, bring this down. Okay, fine. So let me bold this so that we'll get this thing clear. I want to bold this from 11 till 16 down to 16. I want you to get this thing very, very clear. Okay, what I want to do now, okay, total score means the total score from the subject, that is from the subject the student registered down to the last subject. So let's come back to Excel and see where the cell address. Of course, when I talk about cell address now, you should know that it is a combination of rows and column. The brief introduction we did the last time, remember? Okay, cell address is the combination of rows and column, and this is column, this is column, this is column, and this is row, this is row, this is row. So the very point where they intersect, like if I'm asked to call the cell address of this 50, of course they intersect under C for column and under 3 for row. Okay, so that is what I mean. All right, so now we continue. Now the next thing we have after the student, the subject the student registered, the next thing we have is the total score. Okay, we have the total score. After the total score, the next thing we have is the average, right? It's a very simple thing. We are not wasting much of our time here. The next thing we have is grade. Just a simple command. Of course, the simple command has to do with this. Once you know this and, or, do, and to, you are good to go. And that is what we are doing here. Okay? So after that, we have, after grade, we have remark. After remark, we have minimum. And we have maximum. So what I need to do, okay, is to increase it, increase this, increase this, increase this, all right? Expand this, sorry. I mean expand, not increase. Because I'm not increasing the font, it's just expanding. So total now is, you remember, from this Excel, where the subject starts reading from is from math down to English, okay? From math down to English. So that means the cell address of math down to English is C3 to K3, right? And one good thing about this, once you do for one, drag it for the rest and it will just come automatically. Okay? So let's have it in mind that the cell address for knowing the total score of this particular student called John, okay, it has to be C3 and down to K3. So where do you make use of this C3 down to K3? And that is where I want us to get. I want you to know when to use this and, where to use or, where to use do, and where to use to. So now, when you want to get total score, the simple thing we need to do now is what? Remember that the total score has started with math and end with English. So any example I'll be giving us here now is just for you to know that I'm talking about from where the student started registering, or where the student started scoring his subject down to where the student finished scoring the subject, so that we'll get it clear. Math is the starting, English is the ending. So let's see when to use this and, or, do, and to. So after doing it here, we will now go and implement it in the main Excel. So to get this total is just from the starting of the course of the student down to the end. So let's get it done. Okay. So let's get it done. So what we need to do is, of course, the formula is equal to add sum, remember, okay, equal to add sum, right? So where did this math fall? Math fell under C3 to K3. So what I need to do, I will not begin to say equal to add sum open bracket C2 plus D2 plus E2 like that. No, you don't need that. That is the reason why I gave us these symbols, okay, and their meaning in Excel. All right. Now you want to calculate from this to this. So 2, check where we have 2 here. Look at 2. TO. What is the symbol command? Full column. Do you get it? Look at it here, full column. So at least we've done justice to this. The rest now is do or with and. So what I need to do now is I'll just say equal to some open bracket C2, okay, to what's the last one here? K2, right? Once I press K2, I'll close the bracket and press enter. So let's try this. Let me zoom it very well so that you can write. You see, we are using 2. That means you don't need to begin to type C2 plus D2 plus E2 plus F2 like that until K. No, just use your C2 full column K2. So the computer will select it. So let's try it here. I will now type my equal to add some open brackets. Okay. One good thing about Excel is based on what you want to do. Once you type it, once you are typing that you add sum, you see it appearing automatically. Okay. So once I open brackets now, what happens? I will have to call my cell address where the student start, where their subject started, where he started his subject, which is C3 full column. Watch what happens. Watch the way computer will select it or the way it will highlight it. Where the ending of the subject is English, which is K3. Watch what happens. Do you see what happens now? The computer has automatically select or highlight all the subjects. So the computer picked math, economics, geography, biology, agric, commerce, religion, literature, and English. Now what the computer did here now is, you don't want to know maybe if the student sat for all the sat for all the subjects. No, you only highlighted all the registered subject for the year or for the exam. So anywhere these students sat, any of the subject the student sat for is exactly what the computer will pick. So just allow the computer to do it, okay, for you. Just press enter now. Watch what happens. You see what happens? Automatically it has already given us the total sum. Look at the total sum now. Now what you need to do now is to drag for the rest. Okay, if you want to really know if this total sum actually gave you what we are seeing here, okay, of course this John, his total score for WAEC for this year is 380. I can bring in calculator. So let's see if what we have here is correct. I'll just do for one and that's all. 380, right? So let's calculate. We have 50 plus 70. Talking about the first student, plus 60 plus why I'm doing this is for us to know if this 2 worked. That is, this full column work. Instead of me using plus, right? Let's just do it for one. 50 plus 70 plus 60 plus 34 plus 87 plus 45, right? And plus 34. Let's see. We are having 380. So automatically the 380 the computer gave us from the Excel is actually correct. So that if you check the rest, that means the rest too is correct. Okay? So that is the total. So you see that to calculate something from this to this is full column we have to use. The next one we have is the average. And I said, what is average? What average will give you now is the total number of courses registered, okay? All right, the average is this total now divided by this subject registered will give you average. Okay, so it will now be what? Equal to what? Equal to add some open bracket total. Okay, total score. All right, divide by subject registered. All right, so let's go to Excel and see how we can get this. That is how to get an average. Okay, now this average now is this. Let me highlight it. This total, okay, this is your total you just calculated. Now divide it by the subject registered. It will give you average of each subject, average of each student, sorry. Okay, so now, of course, I know where this my total score is, which is under L3. That is the cell address. Now the subject registered is under B3. So I'll just come here and type my equal to at some open bracket L3 divided by B3, right? And I'll close the bracket. Let's see if what we have. Look at it. I've selected it B3, right? That is the subject registered. So if I strike in my enter key now, look at what it's giving us. You know, it's now giving us 63 for John. John is the first candidate here. John, the average for John is 63.33333 like that. Well, you know, in math, anything that is point, okay, if it is up to 5, you approximate it. Let's assume we have 63.55 something. Okay, let's assume we have 63. Let me do it here. Let's assume we have 63.5555 something like this. So you should know that in math, automatically anything above 5, you approximate it, automatically it will give you 64. But anything that is less than 5, like something like this, 4 like this, anything that is less than 5 automatically remains because you can't approximate it. That is math for you. So they are telling you that for John, his average is 63.3333 for these exams. Let's drag for the rest and see if what they have. So you can see other people's score. Okay, you can see other people's score, and that is how it is. All right, you can see other people's score, and this is that is how it is. Of course, you can remove the decimal point. Okay, you can reduce or you can remove the decimal point. All right, you can remove the decimal point. I think it's somewhere here where you can remove the decimal point. So we'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that, of course. Before we'll get to that, you can remove the decimal point. Okay, I think is here. Look at it here. Look at it. For this 63 now, if I want to reduce the decimal point, I can increase it or reduce it. You see what is happening? I can just leave it as 63.3. For this person, I can just bring it down to, like, look at this, 50.7. So it's supposed to be 51 because it is above 5. So look at it now. You see what happens now? It's now 51. Before it was 50.7111 something. Okay? Do you get? So this one now is 59.25. Of course, I can reduce it to 1 decimal point. Sometimes the people will tell you just make any of the average that comes in more than 1 or 2 decimal points, make it to 1 decimal point or 2 decimal point, like that. This 64.833333 automatically, you know, is 65. So if you are reducing the decimal points, watch what the computer will do, because this is math. Automatically the 6.4 will turn to 6.5. So like that is what I will do for the rest. I just want to bring them to 1 decimal point. Yes, just 1 decimal point is okay for me. This, I bring it to 1 decimal point. Okay, this I bring it to 1 decimal point, and this I bring it to 1 decimal point. Okay, this I bring it to 1 decimal point, this I bring it to 1 decimal point. Okay, now we proceed. The next one we have is grade. So of course you've known where or when to use these two. So let's dive into this grade. And I told us grade is where you see where the grade is where you see them giving A1, B2, C4, C5, C6, E8, D7, F9. That is grades. Okay, that is for grade. And I said that of remark is where you now begin to see them telling the people, if John score C4, give him credit. If Jacinta score B2, give him excellent or good, something like that. That is for remark. But let's do for this grade. Okay, remember that let's mark where this average. Of course, anything after average, we will be referring back to average now, because it is from the average now that we'll get the grade, we'll get the remark, we'll get the minimum, we'll get the maximum. Okay, of course, minimum and maximum will still refer back to the starting of the subject and the ending of the subject. It's just self-explanatory. Okay, so let's do for grade. Average is under M, right? Let's take note. M3. But let me just give us the code here. Now, there's what they call if-else statement. If, everything we have been doing now is equal to add sum. Now, to interest you to know that there are so many other things more than add sum. Add sum, sum is summation, summing up something, adding of something, summing up more than one item or more than one figure or thereabouts. But now we want to give a command. Now, giving a command has to do with if. That is, you are now telling the computer, if this student scored this, give the student this. So automatically in this situation, we are not using add sum again. That is why I say once you press your equal to, if you see, I have pressed IF. Now they are giving you in fact, there is more than there are so many signs. There are so many formulas based on what you are calculating for. Okay, there are so many formulas. You see this if, you see it, they have inferior, they have if, na, if na, they have if, like that. So this grade now, what I want to do now is according to what I'm doing, which is the student result that I'm preparing. Okay, all right. So now what we are doing now is the grade. I will now begin to remember the average is under M3. Okay, let's take note of this. So now I'll come back here. I'll now type equal to if. Okay, let me remove the board. Equal to if, open bracket, average. Watch. You know what I mean by average now. If average is less than, watch. If average is less than 39, watch me, comma. Please, if you can get this first segment, if you can get this first thing I want to do now, the rest thing is settled for you. Watch what I'm doing. I'm giving a command now. Okay, let me zoom it very well again for us to see. If average is less than 39, comma. Now, invite open quotation. Watch, open quotation. Give the student F9. Okay, and close the quotation. Okay, you put another comma again. Please, you can write this down. You see this? This is what we'll be doing until we finish what we are doing. Please take note of this. Now let me explain. Now we are using if statement. If average is less than 39, comma, let's see what happens here. This comma means what is the meaning of this comma? And meaning there are other command that is coming. Of course, after you are starting from the last F9, D7, F9, E8, D7, C2, C3, like that. So we are using combination of and with do. Okay? If when talking about if statements, we are using command and do. So let's come back here now and see, so that we'll get it clear. This is, just capture this. Once you capture just this command now, there's nothing you cannot do. Okay, preparing of either student result or any other thing. It could be anything in your organization. Okay, they are trying to grade students that have written exam, or grade staffs that have written exam, and you just want to make it to be very, very unique. You can just go to Excel and give this command. Okay, input their name, input their scores. Okay, get the total, get the average, and begin to give this command. And after everything, you can print it and you see it coming out like student results. So just capture this. Let me give it color so that you get capture this. Once you capture this, you are good to go. Once you capture this command now, you are good to go. What I did now is what I'll be doing until I finish all what I want to do. Now watch it. If equal to, if not equal to, assume again. Just equal to, if have open bracket, of course. Look, okay. Now, if you are opening bracket automatically, it has to do with something. It has to do with what? Or any of this command. It could be full column. It could be open quotation and close quotation. It could be semicolon. It could be comma. Okay, it could be comma. Now, if open bracket average is less than 39 comma, that comma means, okay, what do you want me to give the student? F9. Once you finish it, you press comma again. That means you have settled the one for F9. You are moving to E8. You now continue again. Continue repeating this. If open bracket average again is less than what? 40 comma. Watch it. I'm repeating the same thing. This same thing I say you should capture. Open quotation, right? Give the student E8, right? Close the quotation, put comma again. You are done with that of E8. You start again. If open bracket average, okay, is less than 49 comma, what do I give the student? Give the student D7, close the quotation, comma. You start again. If open bracket, you get. So once you, like I say, once you capture the first command, the rest is the same thing, because as I'm typing it now, you see it becoming very bulky, so that it will not confuse you. All right. If average is less than what? What is the next one? It's less than 50 comma. Give C5, close quotation, then comma. If open bracket average is less than 59, okay, comma, open quotation, give C2, all right, comma again. If open bracket average is less than 60, comma, give the student B3. Okay, close quotation, put your comma again. If open bracket average is less than 74, comma, give the student what? B2. All right, then close the quotation, then put comma. Else, the student should have A1. This time around, since the last one is A1, which is the highest grade, you are not supposed to put if again. Just after your comma, just open another quotation, put A1. Automatically, computer know that any student that score above 74, there is any student that score from 75 and above, automatically computer gives that student A1. Do you get? Computer gives that student A1. Any student that score above 74, automatically computer gives that student A1. All right. Now there is another thing here we need to know. If you remember, it's just like what you open you must close. Like before I started putting this symbol, I opened a bracket, and after opening it I closed it, so that you know that this command or this symbol I put is for a particular reason. The same thing with this, I open a bracket and I closed it. The same thing with this, because if I open this bracket without closing it like this, of course you'll be confused. You ask yourself, why did this man open brackets without closing? Does it mean that this is a command we should be giving for and? Okay, but of course it's no. All right, so this same thing applicable here. Let's do something here. I want to show us something. That's why I'm zooming this very well, so that we'll get. Now, the total number of brackets you open is the total number of brackets you'll be closing here. So let's count. I have 1 bracket open, 2 brackets open, 3 brackets open, 4 brackets open, 5 brackets open, 6 brackets open, 7 brackets open. So automatically here, I'm closing the brackets here 7 good times. I hope we understand. Because computer pick, if you end up closing only 6, computer will pick 6 out of these 7 and leave the command for the 7th one. If you pick 4 out of 7, computer will pick only 4 out of the 7 and leave the rest for you. And in doing that, once you press enter to get your result for grade, automatically it will not come. It will not give you what you want. But the idea now is what I'm telling us. Any brackets, once you finish this your command, always count your bracket that you open. Because if the bracket you open is not complete, let's assume this is 7 and I end up putting only 6. Once you press enter, computer will not give you anything. Now we will try it. Don't worry, we will try it. We will try it in the Excel, and you discover that the something will not work. Why I say it will not work is that you open 7 brackets, you must close the bracket 7 times. But if you close it 6 times, it will not give you answer. It will give you error. Error will just be here. Error will be here. We will try it. Just remember that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 brackets that we opened. So what I need to do is, when you are given an if-else statement command in Excel, any bracket you open, count the total number of that bracket and close it just the way you opened it. Like I said, we have 7. I'll close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With this, your grade will just show without stress. So can we try this now? The answer is yes. Please, if you have any question, do well to ask. Okay, that is why I'm here. If you have any question, do well to ask. Like I said, if we still have extra time after these student results, we'll just do that of statistics. That one is very, very simple. In fact, it doesn't take time like this. Okay, now what I need to do now, I will start. Of course, we are dealing with grade. All right, we are dealing with grade, and with the grade I'm seeing here, none of the students even made A1 with what I'm seeing here. So let's start. Equal to, if open brackets, okay, the average falls under which cell address? It falls under M3. Okay, if open brackets M3. Okay, I'll just do exactly what I did there. Of course, I've showed us, so I'll be faster in typing this so that we'll not waste time. Okay, it's less than 39, right? 39, comma, give F9, comma, if open brackets M3 right, is less than 40, comma, give E8. Okay, close the quotation, comma again. If open bracket M3 is less than 49, comma, give D7, close quotation, comma. If, open bracket, M3, you keep calling on the average, is less than 50, comma. Give C5, close bracket, right? You put your comma again. If, of course, you are not spacing this, because once you space, you have scattered everything. All right? Okay? It's case sensitive. Or yes, it's case sensitive, just like email address that you don't space. You don't space it. If, open bracket, M3 is less than 59, comma, open your quotation, give C2, close the quotation, comma. If, open bracket, M3, okay, is less than 60, comma, open quotation, give the student B3, close quotation, comma again. If, open bracket, M3 is less than, right? M3 is less than 74, right? Comma, give what? B2, okay, close the quotation, then comma. This time around, the next one is A1, so you don't need to put if again, just open another quotation after the comma and put your A1. That means else, just A1. So you count the total number of your brackets you open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I said that we'll practicalize it here and see if it will work. I know we have 7 already, but let me close it 6 times and see if we'll get results. Just 6 times. I'm counting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I press enter, what am I seeing? You see that error code? Now it's telling me that we found a typographical, that you found a typo in your formula and try to correct it. So now the computer will even help you to, as in, give you maybe where you must have gone wrong. Watch it. Now everything I typed now is now being repeated here in this dialog box that appeared. Now it's not telling you, do you want to accept the correction, this correction? Maybe computer has helped you to complete that 7th one. Maybe. So if I say yes now, watch what happens. Automatically it has helped me to add that 7th one. But in some cases, computer will not add anything for you. Computer will just leave it like that for you to do it yourself. Okay? Computer will leave it like that to do it yourself. So in a situation whereby a computer did not correct it for you, you have to come back to your FX. Look at it where we have this formula. This FX stands for where you can put in your formula. Watch, once you press it, it will highlight it again here. You can now add any correction. Maybe you are mistaking 74 for 75. Okay, maybe you are supposed to put 75, not 74. You can come back here and change the 74 to 75 and press enter. It still apply for you, no problem. Okay, so once I press enter, you see it done. So according to your command, this John fall under B2 because B2, let's see what B2 have here. B2, let's see what B2 have here. B2 is less than 74. Yeah, less than 74. Yes. Okay. If it's less than 74, give B2 S A1. So this John did not fall under A1. So what I need to do is to drag for the rest. You see what the rest end up getting. You see how this student result is being prepared. So some people got B2, some got C2, some got B3. Okay, like that. So what we did here is what we also did in remark. But let's see what we have for remark. It's just the same command, but this time around, instead of B2, B3, C4, E8, D7, it will now be good, fair, excellent, credit, pass, fail. Okay, it's just like that. Of course, we are still referring it back. This time around now, we used average to get our grade. But in the aspect of remark, we are using grade to get our remark. Just the way we used average to get our grade, that is the way we use grade to get our remark. Like that. I hope we get it clear. We use average to get our grade, and now we are now using grade to get our remark. Very simple. Of course, under grade, we have cell address for grade is N3. So the same thing we will do here. Okay, I will not want to waste much of our time here because we already know the formula. It's just same thing. Okay, I can just copy this. It's the same thing. I will just copy it. It's just the same thing. Okay, of course, this time around it will not be average again, either it will be grade. Okay, this thing should respond. All right, or we can actually impute it directly, because since we've known the logic, we can just impute it in the Excel direct. Since I don't know, this is not responding. Okay, so we can just impute it direct in Excel. So we'll just go direct, equal to if open bracket, this time around is exactly like I said, it's just the same thing with that of grade and remark. They are just the same thing. The difference is that we use average to get grade, and that is the reason why when we are imputing the if command for grade, we are calling the average. Okay, and this time around, now that we want to get the remark, we will call the grade for remark. Hope we are aware. So it's just as simple as that, so that we will not get things twisted or get confused about this. It's the same thing. So where we have average, we will refer it as grade. Okay, where we have F9, we will refer it as fail. Do you get? Okay, where we have E8, we refer it as pass. I don't know if you get. It's just the same thing. That is why I wanted us to actually get the first formula so that we will not be confused. So let's continue. If open bracket any 3, okay, all right, if open bracket any 3, okay, but this time around, nothing like less than again. We are not doing less than. Okay, we are not doing less than. In fact, let me open another word. I don't know why this word is disturbing me. Let me open another word so that I can give you the formula for remark. That is when you are calling for grade, because you know average is less than 39 because it deals with figure. But in the situation of grade deals with alphabet. So nothing like, there's nothing. We're talking about we are trying to get remark now, right? We're trying to get remark, and of course we will get remark from our grade. Hope we understand. We've gotten grade already, right? We are getting remark. So in this situation now, we'll just use our if else statement. Okay, if this for remark now, right? If open bracket, I'll just do 1, then we'll now go back to Excel, and it's just the same thing like I said. If open bracket grade, let me just use GRE, is equal to, then open the bracket. Now this time around, remember that we are having B2, B3 like that. Okay, let me stop this. Yeah, let me stop this. Now remember, we already have alphabets here, not figure again. So let me come back to here so that you get it clear. If open bracket, of course the lowest is F9, right? Because we gave a command for F9. If you come back to your formula, you see it here. The first one was F9. Second one is E8. Third one is D7, like that. So that is what we'll just do here. If open bracket grade is F9, right? Close your quotation, comma. Just open another quotation again. Give the student fail. Close the quotation. This is the formula. Put your comma. Nothing like less than, because we've already gotten your grade. So call in your grade. Okay? Call in your grade. Then open your quotation. Okay? Put your equal to. If grade is equal to, open your quotation. Put the F9. Close the quotation. Put your comma. Open another quotation. Give the student what you feel to give. Whether it's fail, pass, fail, or whatsoever, put it there. Okay? Then close the quotation, put comma again. Master this just the way you master that of when we are doing the grade. This is just the formula for remark as well. Like I say, we use average to get grade. This time around, we are using grade to get remark. Okay? We are using grade to do what? To get remark. Right? So the same thing continues. just in order not to waste our time, I'll just copy this. Okay, I'll just copy this so that I'll just be changing it. I'll paste. Okay, let me just be doing it one after another. All right, I'll continue. If open brackets grade is equal to, after F9, the next one we have is E8, right? Is equal to open quotation E8, right? Close the quotation, comma, then give the student what? Fair, fair. Close the quotation, put comma. If like that, like that, like that, like that until you finish. So let's dive in here and see what we have here. So we'll just continue. Equal to if what? Open bracket grade, which is N3, okay, is equal to, open your quotation. First one we have is F9, right? Close your quotation, put comma, open another quotation, give the student fail, close the quotation, put comma. Okay, if open bracket N3 is equal to open quotation, okay, E8, close the quotation, comma, open quotation, give the student fair, okay, close the quotation, comma. If open bracket N3 is equal to open quotation, okay, D7, right? Close the quotation, put comma, open quotation, give the student pass, put comma. If open bracket N3 is equal to open quotation C5, close the quotation, put comma, open the quotation, give the student credit, okay, close the quotation, comma. If open bracket N3, okay, is equal to open quotation C2, right? Close quotation, comma, open quotation, give the student what? Credit, right? Close quotation, put comma. If open bracket N3 is equal to open quotation B3, close quotation, comma, open quotation, give the student good. Okay, then close the quotation, put comma. If open bracket N3 is equal to open quotation B2, close quotation, then comma, open quotation, give the student V dot good. Just that means very good, right? Just to shorten it, close quotation, comma. Else you give excellent. So I'll just, after the comma, I'll just open other quotation, then put my what? Excellent. Then I'll close the quotation, then count number of brackets I opened. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll press enter. So the first person, which is John, made it. I mean, he had very good because his grade was B2, like that. So as you can see, this is how a student result is being prepared. Okay, and you can, one good thing about this now is it's not just all about student result. You can actually actualize it in another form. Okay, you can actualize it in another form. Okay, in your different field of profession, you can actualize this in different form, and have it in mind that we did PowerPoint presentation. Do you know that you can actually prepare a presentation? Okay, let's assume an organization or your company, okay, asks you to present a presentation showing the grade of what students have actually scored. Make it in a slide form. After doing all these things, you can just begin to copy it one after another. Go insert that table. Okay, insert table, give your template. Okay, select a very good template and make it to be animated. And if you have as viewing it on a large form, or if you are showing it on a projector, you can be pressing it and be explaining that, okay, this student, okay, at some point got this result or got this grade, and because of this result or this grade, we're able to give him this. And before you know, you become relevant to society, you become relevant to your company, and they will not do without you. They want to always have you around. Okay, so the next one we have is the minimum and maximum. It's just an English. You know what this one means now is minimum. Now this minimum and maximum is a very simple thing. It's just trying to tell you that, like, because we have just 15 names here, that is why maybe you find it very simple or easy, okay, to actually get what is the minimum score. John, what is the minimum, which subject is the lowest John scored, and which subject is the highest John scored. You find it very easy here because we have just 15 names. But in a situation whereby you are working in a JAM office where they have millions of students, and you are asked to actually get their minimum and maximum subjects where they score. Of course, what they are talking about now is math started from C3, that is the cell address, and it ends under K3, which is the English. They're just trying to tell you, just bring out the maximum John scored in all the subjects he registered, and the rest. It's a very simple thing. You don't need to panic. It's just a command. Under grade was where I introduced if command. So in minimum and in maximum, I will still give you his own command. It's a simple thing, very simple thing. Look at his own command. His own command is max. When you talk about minimum, okay, the command is just at min. When you talk about maximum, okay, the command is at max, open bracket, then you call the cell address where, okay, same like this. So there is no big deal, and after that we are good to go. And once we finish this, we are done. Okay, I'll call the cell address. This is C3 to K3. I'll just, for minimum is equal to min. You see, it has appeared. This is to tell you that there are so many functions, there are so many things Excel can give you. So many things Excel can give you. Okay? Once you have put in this at min, open bracket, call the cell address C3 to, to is full column. You remember the way we calculated the total. So 2 is full column, right? To K3. Once I close the bracket, it will just automatically fish out the lowest subject John scored. Let's see if it is true. The lowest subject John scored was 34. Let's see. This one will have 34, 45. So that means it was English that John scored lowest. English and commerce, 34, 34, you get. So the same thing happens to this max. I'll just equal to at max, open bracket, C3 to K3 and close. So the highest John scored here is 87, which is under religion. So I can just drag it. And before you know, we have automatically finished the class for preparing of student results. I believe we've learned something from this, and it will interest you to know that we still have just less than 30 minutes, and what I want to do now is a very simple thing. No stress. This one, no stress. It's just statistics. Okay, let me just do it here. It's just a minor thing here. It's just a minor thing. Okay, let's do this statistic. Okay, analysis. Why I'm showing us all these things is to tell you that there are more of what we've not even done that Excel can give to you. But it's good you know the basic. Okay, so that once we are coming across them as time goes on, it will not be something new for you. So we have this 2, 10. Let's just put 3, 7, 9. Okay, 8, 0, 2. Let's just put any number, 10. Okay. Okay. 5, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay. 6, 8, 6, 4, 4, 7. Just trying to put any numbers. 4, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, 11, excuse me, and 3. So let's just do something here. It's a very simple thing. I want to get the mean. I want to get the mean. Okay, the mean of this median mode, for those of us that know highest, this is just very simple. Lowest, range, and semi-range. Okay, it's just a very simple thing. All these things have their own formula. Okay, and I want you to understand that the cell address of this, the cell address started from B23, ended in F28. Just get it, have it in mind. From B23 to F28. So let's get the mean. It's a very simple thing. Just no stress. Let me just change the color and let's get the mean. Okay. Mean is average. So I'll just call the cell address. Now watch. The reason why I'm bringing up this is for you to know that there are more to what we think in this Excel. Okay, they have their functions. Okay, mean is average. It's just the same thing like total score. Okay, it's the same thing as your average, which is the total score divided by the subject registered. So the mean now, we want to get the mean for this. Okay, the mean is the average. So it will now be what? Equal to average. Do you see what I'm doing here? Do you get what I'm doing here? Equal to average. You have to type it. Just average. Open bracket. Call the cell address. B what? B23. Okay? It has selected it to F what? To F28. Okay? To full column F28. And I'll close the bracket. I'll press enter. The mean is 5.9 for those that know math. Okay, you can impute it and get it to yourself. The mean is 5.9. The mean of this total number you're seeing here now is 5.9. And the median, okay, the median, of course, median is the same thing, equal to median. You see? Very simple. It will just give you the mean, the median, the mode, the highest, the lowest, the range of this particular thing you're seeing here. I will just call the cell address B23 to F28. I'll close the bracket and press enter. So the median is 5.5. Okay, for those that know maths, the median for this item, these figures I have imputed now is 5.5. Okay, the mode, okay, equal to mode, right? Watch, open bracket. All right, call the cell address as well. B23, right, to F28. I'll close bracket and press enter. The mode is 3. Okay, the mode is 3. All right, I think mode is the one that is it the one that appears most? Yes, mode is the one that appears most. Yes, median. Okay, mode is one that appeared most, and if you watch very well here, we have 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5, 3, and that is the reason why it's the one that appears most, and that is what you are seeing as mode. Median, of course. Mean, of course. So highest, remember we talked about max and mean. So highest is equal to max, mean is equal to, and lowest is equal to mean, something like that. So just equal to, if you like, put your at. If you like, just go straight and put your max. Okay, if you like, don't put your at. If you like, put it. Okay, max, open bracket, B23 to F28 and press enter. So the highest is 20. Okay, that is the highest. The lowest now equal to mean. Okay, open bracket. B, just know your cell address, you are good to go. Okay, B23 to F28, and I'll close the bracket and press enter. The lowest is 0, which is what you're saying here under C28. Now the range. This is range, yes, this is range. So the range now is what? Just do your range equal to, at some open brackets, B23 to F28, and this is your range. Okay, this is your range here, and the last one now we have is the semi range. Okay, now the highest divide by 2. Okay, semi range is your highest divide by 2. You just call the cell address equal to at some highest divide. What is the highest here? Is 20. So you can pick out your 20 where the 20 fall. 20 fall under D26. So you now type your equal to at some D20 what? D26. Right? D26 divide by 2. Close it and press enter. It will give you 10 and you are good to go. So with this, we have come to conclusion of our Excel class. Okay, I want you to try this your student results. Okay, remember all this code I've given us. Okay, remember all this code I've given us, which is on how to get our average, grade, remark, okay, minimum and maximum. Try to do them. Try to do them because these are very important. It may not actually be student result, like I said before now. It may not actually be student result, but you still need this. But this is a command that you can just be in an organization like this or be in a company like this, and your boss will just come up with something and tell, how can we get this done? And just see yourself becoming a solution to what he really wants. You'll be valued, and even you end up being happy at the end of the day. So I believe I've been able to do justice to this Excel. Okay, because I promised this student result, because the reason why I never did this class is because the assignment I give for our stock control analysis, it was only one student that showed up interest. It was just one student that actually did that completed his complete 1 week multiple stock control analysis, and he ended it with 0,000. Like, I was so impressed with him. You get, I was very impressed with him. So I want you to practice this. This is an opportunity for you. You are having this thing free of charge. These are what people pay for in most organizations, or in most government organizations. As I'm talking to you, at least the one I know very well is that of government secretariat in Abuja. In secretariat, okay, most of the levels, people under level 8, 10, like that, you end up seeing them going for that is the government organize a class like this for them. Okay, just like 4-day, 3-day program, and a whole lot of fund is involved in it. They pay for it, and after some years, they'll be asked to sit for exams, and once any of them end up making it, they'll be promoted. Maybe the one is having level 8 before, maybe after he or she passes, the next thing is they'll just promote him to level 9. So these are where you can get all these things done, that once you get there, you don't need to start afresh. You already know this. It's just for you to continue where you stop. Okay, I believe I've done justice to that student who demanded for this preparing of student results, and at least I've added this statistic analysis. They are log reading. Okay, there is another one called log reading, but I think time is against us, and I think with this we are just good to go. We are good to go, and I promised us that I'll be sending us the keyboard shortcut as soon as this class ends. Of course, I'll be sending us students that keyboard shortcut. It will interest you to know that it is good. you have a chance of printing it out, just print it out, because it will help you a long way. It will help you a long way, because what makes you a professional is at least getting or being used to your keyboard or the shortcuts that the next person close to you may not even know what you're pressing. That is what makes you a professional and unique. Okay, so thank you for staying put. Of course, I have just two people online. Okay, or three people, right? Yes, online. And well done. I want to really tell you well done, because I want to really encourage you more not to give up. Yes, not to give up. This is an opportunity. And also, I want to use the opportunity to tell us, or tell you guys, to have it in mind that the organizers of this program really meant well for you. Okay, they really meant well for you, because these are what people pay money, like they pay money for it and they get it, but you are getting it for free. But funny enough, some people don't even take it serious and they are getting it for free. So I hope that you make use of what we've done so far. Okay, and hope to see you in some of my other videos I'll be posting. At least you've subscribed to the channel. Time to time I'll be posting so many other things that will interest you. Okay, because learning is a continual something. The day you stop learning is the day you start losing, or the day you start going down. So you don't stop learning, you keep learning. Okay, you keep learning, right? So do well to drop your comments. Okay, say your view. Okay, say your view how we've had class with you for the past 3 or 4 times. Okay, we've had this class. These are 4 days class. Let me hear from you. Let me just hear some comments, good comments from you in our comment section. Even though not now, maybe later I can still revisit the channel and drop the comment. At least that one too will make me to be motivated and to do more. Okay, thank you very, very much for your time, and see you in the next phase of my training, as the case may be. My name remains Iberi Johnson, and have a good night rest.